Yeah, I'm not liking the mage. But to be honest, the mage is pretty bad. Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, where did we leave off? We tried to find Dennis because we know we got into a fight with him while we were blacked out drunk. And it just so happens that we found Dennis in an unfortunate situation where he is in fact dead. So now we're trying to figure out who killed him and why. Now, the reason we went to meet Dennis in the first place was because Dennis did not like Nick. He called Nick a hack. And during the fight, he said that Nick was not the good guy that I thought he was, or even that the town thought he was. So somebody other than Dennis knew that that Nick was not such a nice guy, or there's something about Nick that Dennis knew about. And he was supposed to meet me later to discuss with me his findings about Nick, this guy who can do no wrong. And this right here is what happened to Mr. Dennis. Somebody decided they did not want me knowing what Dennis knew about Nick. Now, this is also, as you saw from the last episode, where the blood came from. And now that I'm looking at it, I am in a lot of trouble. I just noticed my boot print is in that puddle of blood. So that's really all that guy's gonna need.
You didn't deserve this. No one deserves this.
Alright, so what I have to do now, which is very stupid of course, is to case this office and figure out what did Dennis know that made someone want to kill him. And you know how journalism can be. If you ruffle the feathers of the wrong hotshot, you can find yourself in that position right there. So it's not impossible. So let's look on this man's computer and figure out what exactly was he doing. Let me see. Let's look at his drafts. Going to be home very late tonight. Sorry. I need to make, oh my gosh, understand how the world really works. I won't be up to make breakfast, but there's some waffles in the freezer and should be... And he stops talking. So apparently he's talking to his kids because, as you know from before, his wife left him. I don't want to put it any further on the screen, so let's go back. Do I have to read this? Apparently. Is there nothing else? I guess there's nothing. It looks like there's an email or something there, but I guess not. Let's go to his inbox. What is up with these? Like, what down here triggers the ability to select his inbox? That's really weird. Alright, so we go to the inbox. There's an urgent mail and a curiosity from Nick Walden. Well, let's read the first one curiosity.
Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out.
Hey, wait. Hey, Walt, I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint, but I decided to drop the story. It turned out I got a dead end after all. Better luck next time, I hope. Nick Waldron. Walter, oh, he said, Dear Nicholas, I hope you had a pleasant trip. You mentioned last week that you were on the brink of a big story. Things on our side have been rather lackluster, I'm afraid. I was hoping maybe you would like to share with this old owl what you have up your sleeve. And then he replied, sorry, it was nothing. Which we all know. I mean, we all know. It wasn't nothing. I haven't even been this far in the game yet, and I can tell you I don't believe it was just nothing. So let's see what this urgent mail is about.
Nick and Dee. They're talking in codes. Nothing stated clearly. They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart.
I didn't think I'd hear from you.
Someone was watching.
Hey, boy. Anyways, I didn't think I'd hear from you again. If you're willing to talk, I'm very willing to listen. I can make the meet up tomorrow. Nick Waldron. Now, this is why I say there was definitely something there. In the first email in March...
The puzzle comes together.
Yeah.
Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead. I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on.
Okay.
Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. And Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around.
Alright, so here's the deal. Apparently no one in this town knows that Dennis is dead yet. What does that say? Another one Walter will have to put in the closet. Or a nameplate. I don't see... Wait a minute.
There's a lot of junk in here, but none of it is useful to me.
It's a bunch of monitors, what it looks like. Yeah, I don't see any notes that Dennis could have had over here. In Walter's desk, I'm assuming... But the reason I say there's not nothing is because in March, he tells Walter it's nothing. But in April... Oh, that's Tara's. In April, he's telling Dennis, yeah, let's talk. I got some more information. So, right now, what my... Let me pause this just in case there's a hidden timer where if you don't do it in time, somebody catches you. But my initial thoughts right now is that Nick was investigating someone who was pretty big up in the town and had a lot of influence. And they were doing something illegal. And he took Walter off the scent because either Walter is the guy, or Walter would have told him to quit and made him stop. And he'd have lost all his resources and ability to investigate. And he wanted it to seem to whoever it was he was investigating that he had quit. Alright, let's look in here.
If I had the code, I could get in here.
Code, huh? They need to fix these angles for real. Alright, so second video soon. Let's see.
Nick's handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things.
2341, don't forget. That's probably the code.
Question? Still not sure.
What would you say you do here? Die?
They don't even work here anymore. Someone should really clean up this board.
You'd think you'd be a little more panicked that someone's dead, you know. Office supplies. Alright, let's unlock this. 2341, let's go.
Nope. And with something like 10,000 combinations, I doubt I'll stumble on it. I should keep looking.
Maybe you should do the numbers I told you to. 2341.
It was a good guess, just not the right one.
Did I mess that up that quickly?
I should keep looking.
I'm pretty sure that's the password. Oh, it's not?
Nick's handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things.
2341. Maybe I was wrong. Let's look over here. Inspect. Ooh.
Nick's computer is missing. He took it home to work or stolen?
Likely stolen. I would say
The
stolen.
only thing she cared about then was looking at bugs and drawing them.
Reason I would say stolen is because
Nick, Anna, and me.
now this could actually prove I was here at the time that Dennis was dead. So I'm not gonna take this with me. Plus Anna don't care about me anymore anyway.
I don't need everyone staring at me.
I can't believe she did that to me. I get it, you don't want to stay married. I mean, you don't want to get
Nick
married.
was always more a fan of beer than working late.
What does it say? I left you some pepperoni rolls in the fridge. Don't work too late. P.S. Next time it's your turn. A. Oh, so that was. I mean, look at that. She cooking for this dude. You know what? All I did was say, spend the rest of your life with me. And you just blew me off for a guy who is already married. And you're doing for
The only
him.
thing she cared about then was looking at bugs.
You're doing for him what you should have did for me. I'm disappointed in you, Anna. I'm just gonna let you know that now. Walter often called Nick his farmhand. Well, that's disrespectful. I just don't understand. I still don't understand the whole I don't need a ring thing. I don't know what the password is then, if that's the case. I can't take the picture anymore. Photo. Missing laptop. So, maybe the password...
Nope. And with something like 10,000 combinations, I doubt I'll stumble on it. I should keep looking.
I know that password is on this board. It's gotta be. And it's gotta have something to do with this, because he's saying don't forget. 2341, don't forget. That's like, what? 19 minutes before midnight.
Nope. And with something like 10,000 combinations, I doubt I'll stumble on it. I should keep looking.
I mean, what is... maybe he put something outside of his desk. What's this over here? A diary. What is this? I don't want no lunchbox friends. What does that say? Just needed. A phone? November 5th. Today's been... I can't read that scribble.
4 digits. Wonder if that's the new code for the archives.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Magic Boss. Who? It's gotta be Bug who drew that. You know, you should be moving a little bit faster than this. I done forgot it that quickly. I think it was 3121.
Thanks, Bug. Your obsessive snooping pays off. Nick always kept extensive records of his work. He was almost obsessive.
Are you in...
So little information regarding his last investigation.
Are you insane? Dude, take that stuff and leave. If someone walks in there and sees you in there looking at this while that body's still fresh, it's a wrap.
Looking into the impact the closure of the mine had on Basswood.
Okay.
But what was he looking for?
Unemployment skyrocketed after the mine closed. Very normal. Flattened out in the last year or so. So I guess people didn't get new jobs, but the people who were losing jobs, it's kind of subsided after a year. On the rebound, numbers are looking good. Trend or outlier. Need more data points. So, next. Tickets and hotels?
Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something. Or someone.
Name of passenger Nick Waldron. Yeah. And this?
Nick had a contact. Same name as in the email. He was onto something big.
Maybe I should read them before doing the look, because he kind of spoils. 127, 8 p.m. with D Twitchy guy, but might have something useful. 212, 5 p.m. Second meeting with D. Oh, I'm sorry, so his name is D. This is actually something, assuming he's not full of junk. Always wants to meet in spooky spots. Maybe he's seen too many movies. 3:18, 10 a.m. with D. Had to buy him breakfast and he said he couldn't meet anymore. We couldn't meet anymore. Seems like a dead end. 4-1. Thought I'd lost him. Glad he's open to talking again. D isn't Dennis, is it? So on April Fool's, he was glad that the guy was talking again.
What Nick was looking into was something big and dangerous. It's why he was so careful.
Well, I guess you can't take him with you because then they'll trace him. That makes sense.
It's possible Walter missed something. Could be worth checking his office.
Why would he? But he didn't tell Walter anything. He told Walter that there was nothing to investigate. Walter's nameplate. I don't know, man. I think Walter's the kingpin behind all of this. Walter and Tara. Not Tara, Kathy. Enter password. I got a password I can enter in there.
There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password.
Are you serious? We already know what it is.
Hopefully his password reminder isn't some esoteric book reference. Ugh.
If I ever
My
go
heart's
looking for
desire.
my heart's
Could mean
desire.
a person, but also a place.
If I ever go looking for my heart's desire.
Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place.
Maybe it's this cat. Alright, so back out.
Walter was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office.
Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see what we got.
Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. Wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password.
Nah, it can't be that easy. Notes.
Just reminders. Nothing that can be used as a password.
If Basswood is his password, how does he still have money? Anybody can hack that. Let's inspect this man's desk. Look at all this junk.
Good for Walter that Judith is doing all right. She means the world to him.
Judith?
So much so that she could be his
Oh
password.
my gosh. Judith. Dear Mr. Dodson, as per your mother's wishes, I am pleased to inform you that your mother is well on her way to full recovery. Following a detailed and thorough medical examination, she is now fit to leave our care. As per my recommendation, Miss Judith will shortly leave for Costa Rica. The warmer climate will help bring her back to full strength. If you have any need of clarification, please contact me. P.S. Your mother asked me to remind you that your own medical exam with my colleague Dr. Chavez is long overdue. Sincerely, Dr. L. I mean, this gotta violate some kind of HIPAA law, right? But then again, I'm not supposed to be in here, so...
Prin never looked happy a day in her life. Been Walter's cat for years. Maybe he set her name as his password.
Dude!
I can't imagine Walter getting a suntan at the beach. He can't stay still.
Peanut, I hope you're not working too hard again. You must visit me in this place here. It's so beautiful. Playa Longosta. Or Playa Longosta.
Is Granddad Rock a thing? If so, Walter and Anna are both into it.
Anna? Cover, the Ink Spot's greatest hits. Note. It's about time somebody teaches you the real classics. Let me know what you think, Anna. Or A. So Anna, yeah, I guess Anna's a journalist based on what we know from the beginning. She's also a journalist. Let me get back on this PC though. If I can. Oh my goodness, these angles. These angles, developers. Alright, so let's enter the password. Look at these angles, man. Like, how am I supposed to know what triggers? Okay, let's unlock. It's obviously his heart's desire. It's not his cat. It's probably Basswood.
And I'm in.
Dude,
Let's see what secrets you got in here.
you
Walter.
should have been hacked a long time ago. Let's go to Scent. Someone's asking for help, huh? From Walter. On April 4th? Bess, I wanted to extend my greatest thanks again for your help. You're a scholar and a saint. It looks like I was worried unnecessarily. Regardless, thank you for putting my mind at ease, Walter. Let's go to inbox right quick. So nobody out this window sees this shadow or figure of a man. Who is Bess again? Hold on. Go to people. Is Bess in here anywhere? Oh, she's that other cop, right? She's the cop that I saw at the bar. She's the cop I saw at the bar. She's probably not here though, because I don't see her at all. I told her everything about Dennis, the fight, the blood on my shirt. She took it better than I thought. She's worried, but she didn't freak out. Maybe things would have been different if I had learned to confide in her before. Nah, they wouldn't have been any different. I can tell you that now. This is her dad, who said he always liked me over Nick. It was Joe's accident that led me to write about the mines, and yet he doesn't hold a grudge for that, or for letting his daughter down. Part of me likes to believe he sees me as a good man. The other part knows the contempt is just hidden deep. Now I have a question. Why does he think you let Anna down? Like, Sam wanted to spend the rest of his life with her, and she told him no. So how did he let her down? And if you're going to tell me he let her down by proposing, that makes absolutely no sense. Alright, let's read this mail. No, that's not that cop. Bess, I wanted to extend my greatest thanks again for... Okay. Hey, hon, here's the report on Nick's crash. You haven't asked for one... Oh, she is a cop. You haven't asked for one of these in a while. Nothing all that interesting in here. Just another sad day by the roadside. West Virginian roads take more good sons than guns do. Bess Mitchell. Oh, she's the chief of police? I stand corrected. Hold on, there's a file to be opened?
Mostly standard so far. By the book. I see why Walter wasn't worried.
I'm gonna read this one because there's a lot on there. Department incident report. Type of incident: roadside accident. April 2nd, 3 years ago. Location of the incident: Telegraph Hill Highway, Route 18. Details of investigation: 1 of 3. Nicholas Waldron. I keep saying Walton, it's Waldron. Now here's the interesting thing. They don't say... They say persons involved, but there's only one person involved. He's 35 years old. He's got a red Cosmo 2008 Romero. Car found against a tree surrounded by debris. Fire started at or after impact and burned out with Nicholas Waldron in the driver's seat. Skid marks and other traces suggest the driver was startled by an animal and exited the road at high speed. Driver most likely inebriated in some... Nah. First of all, Nick doesn't strike me as someone who's drunk or who drinks and drives. That's the first thing. A backstabber, maybe. Because if she didn't want a ring from me, and I know I'm still on this, but if she didn't want a ring from Sam, that has to mean one thing. She was guilty because she was already with Nick while she was with me. But back to this. Now, he didn't strike me as someone who would be drunk, first of all. Second of all, out of all the articles and stuff I've read and videos on the internet that I've actually seen of people hitting animals in the street, even deer, they never swerve out of the way. It's like, it's at that split second they hit the deer, and either the deer gets up and stumbles out of the street, or, you know, it stays on the car, there's a lot of damage or whatnot, but they never swerve off the road. For him to swerve off the road, the deer would have had to already been in the street, and then he saw it and tried to avoid it. But most of the time, the deer or animal will be running out into the street and you have no time to react. Thirdly, if a car crashes into a tree, it's not likely to catch on fire. So, chances are somebody burned this man alive in that car. Somebody set that car on fire, I guess, to make sure he was dead. I wonder if they looked into if there were any damage done to the side of his vehicle, like if somebody hit him before
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
if somebody hit him before going out.
Nick would never drive without his seatbelt on. And he always kept his window
Shut up
open.
while I'm trying to read. Basswood Police. Okay, this is part 2. Airbags were deployed. Seatbelt was not on. Windows were rolled up. Driver probably drunk and forgot the belt. The fire burned out a small area around the car, but did not spread. So you're telling me out in the forest, a fire burns around the vehicle and doesn't catch the grass or the trees and spread in any capacity at all? Unknown if the driver was alive at the time of the crash, but if so, did not survive the fire. Blunt force trauma, smoke inhalation, or burns are all possible causes of death. So, take the smoke inhalation aside, take the burns aside. You said blunt force trauma. So, that means somebody hit this dude. Chances are they hit him. The old classic of what they used to do in the old detective movies, TV shows, where they kill you, put you in a car, release the brake, let you hit a tree, and then they move on from there. Next page.
The car really burned, though that's very uncommon in most
Exactly.
crashes.
You never really find a car catching on fire. Details of investigation 3. Doesn't look like any damage to the side of the truck at all. That's weird. Okay, so there is some fishy stuff about this death. And from the looks of the truck and the picture on the bottom, if you look at the truck and the picture on the bottom, it doesn't appear like he was going fast enough to even dent the front of the truck. So I believe what happened was somebody killed him, put him in the driver's seat.
So, Walter got the police report from Bess. Nick was supposedly drunk at the wheel, which doesn't sound like him. And his seatbelt was off and his windows up, which both sound very wrong. Walter seemed to buy it, but I don't know if I do.
Walter buys it for a reason. And I'm going to tell you what that reason is. That reason is because Walter is behind his death. Either Walter's behind it or the police are involved somehow.
He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top.
It wasn't a bad movie, I have to say. I don't really care about the paintings. The Jungle Team, huh?
That was just after Anna came on. And we really were a small clan.
Well, that's a disgusting picture. Journal is updated. Lost and found. Journal is updated, huh? What just happened? Remember the day when Tara decided the Basswood Jungle needed a team photo? Why did that pop up? Alright, what's next? Found Dennis murdered in the office. The only way to calm down is to find a logical explanation. First lead, Nick was working on something. Walter didn't know the details. Dennis knew something because he was snooping in their emails. Next, see if there are further clues on Nick and Walter's desk. Well, I've already done that. So what's there left to do?
So, did you come to the logical conclusion to this mess we're in? just a hint. We should get out of town immediately.
Now, if I get out of town, the game is over. They find him dead, they'll assume I did it, and they won't bother to go after me. I need to be very careful. He tried to tell me something. Nick was in over his head. He tried to tell me something, bro.
Dennis tried to talk to me about Nick, and that's what got him killed. Exactly. Like I said, you should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like him. 2 years is a long time, Sam. He may have changed more than you know. Changed decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site. Just remember, if you're right...
Sam? What's
Oh,
happening?
no.
Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna,
Is
listen
he...
to me.
Yes, Dennis is dead.
He is dead. Dennis is dead. Don't panic.
Oh my God, no. It's... How could this happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived late. And the person that actually showed up killed him.
Your bloody shirt was clearly from this. That means you were here yesterday. It links you to the crime scene. And you've been running around town
Well,
all
duh,
morning
Sherlock.
asking about Dennis. It won't look good. We need to call the police.
They'll think I killed him. I thought I did at first. I have no alibi.
This is not about you. Dennis had a family. They have to know what happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point. Someone is gonna find him eventually. Involving the police would only slow us down. I'll be more efficient on my own. Efficient and possibly friendless. You've already trusted Anna once. I suggest you keep on that road.
Not only that, moron, but if you don't trust the cops and you leave, they're gonna think you did it. Anna's gonna think you did it. Because she's already thinking that now. You can already tell. So, I think... Alright, well, we're gonna leave it here for this episode. When we come back, we're gonna figure out what to do next. Until then, you all know what to do. Stay blessed. And stay out of the alcohol, please.